There we
Oh
go.
man,
Start recording.
I did my 4v4s
Hmm.
with a buddy of mine, and it's funny. Um, we went, I think, 7 wins, 3 losses. I got placed at Masters. He got placed at 20, I think, 800. And now we can't play together. We did all of our
That's
placements together, but now we can't play
that's kind of hilarious.
together.
So it looks like for defense, we're going to be sticking with a dive-heavy comp. Of course, Winston, Diva, and Lucio, and Tracer being very strong on the dive. Dantrell's going to probably be trying to hack, but it's unsure of what the red team's going to be running. It seems like they're actually going to be running Torbjorn. Very interesting pick for attack. After the rework, though, it's possible to get that turret onto high ground, and all of a sudden, boom, headshot. So I'm forced to retreat back into the confines of the blue backline. And it looks like we're all just kind of playing pussyfoot around the point, sticking with the bubble in the front, and unable to drop the shield for the most part due to those micro missiles.
Looks like we got red flanking.
Yeah, well, in order to break through this first point, that's what you gotta do, right? Oop, Diva almost gets debanked. This could be the end of the first fight for, yep, after 4 kills, I would definitely say that the red team should be retreating. So, well, with the exception of Ryukato, for some reason. Of course, I guess if you're at high health, you don't really need to retreat.
Yeah, he's just running right in there. He's
Yep.
trying to take the space.
Get that space, and
Albert's
then
trying
you
to
can
come
get
up
everyone in.
behind, flanking hat.
Yeah. Ooh, Nick gets, uses the overcharge. That new buff is coming in handy. EMP comes out, dropping the shield on the red team. Ooh, and then later hack means it's going to be hacked out for longer. At this point, it's really just how Ryukako is going to use that hammer that's going to determine how this first fight's going to end. This point, red team is down 1, but at the same time, they also have an ultimate advantage. They have 3. And with Dyad going down, it's a long spawn, but Premium is met up. Meets a similar fate. So, looks like blue team's going to back off a little bit and take the high ground. Ooh, hammer comes down, knocking Gabe down. Gabe is brought out of the running, and now it's just Triggerfish on the point. Not any longer.
Tor went for the res, but got hooked instead.
Unfortunate timing.
I
Looks.
think red team's gonna finish this up.
Oh, and the hook comes down. Zai, no! Gets demeched. Bad timing. Triggerfish is probably going to be looking to stay back here and stay alive.
Bad call. He probably should have reset.
Well, no good game is done without a touch of risk, right? I'm really surprised to see Nick doing so well with this Torbjorn. Just in general, you don't think of Route 66 as an attack Torb map, even with the rework.
I actually ran Torbon competitive the last day of the season on this map, and we ended up winning it. If you're able to land those left clicks, you can use it kind of like a Hanzo-esque shot and take down most things. And that one core is really good for shutting down point, like he's just using there. Blue team can barely contest.
Interesting move. Well, with 2 people down on blue team, it's really more a matter of how they want to deal with this remaining few people on point in order to buy more time or back out for the next fight. Looks like they're going all in.
Yeah.
Tor, of course, being the last one alive. Mercy, that is, it's either your first or your last, right?
That is actually the most true statement ever.
Red team looks like they had the ultimate advantage for now. Not a lot of good combos. The best thing you can really do here is the Reinhardt Nano combo. But at the same time, their general power is significantly stronger. Going to invest in the Nano, actually. Not able to get a lot of value out of it, but eventually able to take out 2 of the enemy team. Res comes out from Tor. And at this point, again, Tor's last one dead. That took a lot out of the red team. They had to invest all of their ultimates. Now they just have Huge D and Nick coming up on their ultimates. Zai is probably the one that we're looking at, though, with the Graviton. For what can stabilize the blue team here.
Blue's gonna have to stabilize it off of just the Hanzo ult if they're really looking at sustaining the 3.5 minutes, though.
Ooh, of course, with both of your healers going down early, that's going to spell a very fast fight in general. Plus, the Molten Core coming out, Triggerfish doesn't really have anywhere to go.
Well, they've managed to hold them off. Their supports are back now.
Of course, in that time, Huge D and Felina now have their combo, so we can see a Nano Blade on top of a hammer.
Hopefully Zay and Gabe can wombo first.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh!
goes down. The blade comes out, but no Nano. There's the
Oh,
Nano.
Nano comes in, saves his life, actually.
Oh, but
Well, similar can be said of the Tobal
Raptors
Seed.
gets Torb.
Man, Torb's a threat in this map, though.
He didn't even die in the grab, though.
Nope, Gabe just like, hey, click. But it looks like blue team is able to use that to stabilize. At this point, it's just premium. Premium's going to be hopefully taken out slowly.
Looks like they won that off of mechanics.
Yeah, and you have a very interesting composition at this point. Triggerfish running the Orisa, not exactly the best move against Nick running the Torbjorn. It's an interesting combination. Usually you'd run like a Reinhardt Zarya, right?
Yeah. Kind of curious why they're still sticking to the Torbon attack. I think he's just committed to it at this point.
Yeah, let's face it, Nick's a troll, so...
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he's going on a flank, actually, seeing if he can't get some crispy heads.
No, they managed
Ooh!
to pin.
Tor! That's some crazy energy you got there. Use crystals. Tell me which crystals. Ooh, and the ultimate gets canceled from premium.
Blue team is gonna sustain this. There's no way Red wins this fight without some crazy ults.
Yep, they have both their healers, but let's face it, they don't have enough power or positioning in order to take it. However, that Torbjorn turret at the end will buy them some space to regroup. Of course, looking at the ults now, red team picking up that charge, almost at 4 ults, basically. Gabe's going to try and end the fight before it starts, though. Unable to due to the fire strike. At this point, it's Jan. Jan, if you want, you gotta win this for your team.
Here goes Huge.
Ooh!
Immediately shut down on the Dragon Blade.
At this point, we got the Troublestein. Oh, wombo combo!
Blue team's
Look.
gonna hold out. Moira might be able to touch, but she isn't gonna win it.
Jazzy goes down to the other Moira. So it's what we normally expect to see from a map like this. You know, second phase, you kind of get rolled through a little bit unless you can really stabilize, in which case you're, rock solid.
Yeah. Point B is also, or point C is very hard to take over.
Yeah, well, pretty much all of the escorts and 2CP maps, you're basically fighting a never-stopping defensive tide.
Yeah.
The real victory condition there is you got to get your combinations, and I don't think that the red team really had a strong combination that they could pull off within a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, I think if they went with the Zarya over the Hog, they could have used Molten Core and Zarya grab combo together, and just wipe teams because there's nothing to stop Molten Core at the moment. Actually,
True.
I
Well,
think D.Va can
Zarya
beat it, but
bubbles.
like barriers aren't gonna stop Molten Core with
Oh,
its
really?
barrier.
Okay.
Well, like they stop it, but it still falls at their feet in the grab,
Yes, yes, in that regard. Yeah.
and they're still gonna get hurt by it.
Yeah.
Um, if and they weren't running a D.Va on defense, so that combo would have actually probably won them the team fight, allowing them to try and take spawn control
Mm.
and then win out that way.
Of course, the red team wasn't running or the blue team wasn't really running many shields. I had Orisa, but that was really about it.
Yeah.
You're going for normal effectiveness at that point.
Oh yeah. And
Well,
all they did is just wait for that bubble or that barrier to come out, and then just push past it, grab Molten Core. That'd be game.
okay, well, we'll see how this pans out. Looks like the blue team's going to be sticking with a similar combination. Of course, Dyad now going to the Ana. Most likely sticking with a very strong ranged combatant strategy. Allowing your dive to go in deep, with Gabe, obviously. And then being able to heal him up from afar. Very balanced strategy. Looks like it's a 1-for-1 at the moment. Oh, Jazzy goes down, actually. So red team is at a significant disadvantage considering the spawn. Oop, Zai falls asleep.
Trying to hold this with just their Ana, though.
Ooh, and throwing out ults. Blue team is investing all the eggs into this basket.
They know they have that Mercy advantage. Ana's on cart right now. She's going to go down here.
Of course, both the healers on the blue team antied from a nice anti-nade from Faelina, but it looks like that was not enough. Lone Monkey trying to dive in from the blue side gets melted immediately. Rez tries to come out, does not make it. High noon, Nick gets Zai. Not exactly how you want to start the morning off. Late kill onto Premium means that that's going to be a long stagger. Now, the real question here is, what's red team going to do to stabilize? Blue team did have to invest quite a few ults, so they don't have that strong hold, but they do already almost have 4 ults up. So, do they try an economy push here? What's your thoughts?
For blue team, I think they should just use their ults and take advantage. Like they just did with that Shatter there. Take down Jazzy, give them a 2-man advantage. Now they just push up, take the space. And Winston's not going to be able to do much in the back line against that combination of healer and Hanzo.
They appears like they're going to commit the nano boost to Nick. Ooh, and not able to get a lot of damage out of it, but it looks like that might actually be what they needed. Of course, if Jantrol sneaks up behind you. So what's your thought on running a Sombra on this kind of defense? Huge D. We're not seeing a lot of assassinations coming out from him. You think that's a good pick?
Looking at the blue team's comp, I don't really think the Sombra's all that great of a pick. You're not going to be able to get much work done against a double support composition with 2 main supports. There's no Zen to EMP, there's no Lucio EMP. So you're not really countering much with that EMP.
Yeah, so
They could hack the Reinhardt, but I don't imagine that's going to get them very far with the Zarya barriers in the way.
So something a little more offensive, like say a Tracer, probably would be better then.
Would probably be better, yeah, because you could go with the 1 clip on Ana in that situation instead of having to fight her for a long time. Because Ana can actually win that 1v1 if she's fast enough.
Oh yeah, Ana can delete people. Reinhardt battle coming out. Looks like red team has all their members, so they're finally getting a 66. EMP comes out!
There it goes.
Nick able to capitalize a little bit on it. Of course, Tor combats a lot of that damage by using her ultimate. Will we see the Nano Blade though, or will we see a Shatter and Hanzo? Is
I'd like to see the Nano Blade come out. There it goes.
looks like it goes. Blade kills Jazzy, gets a DMech and kill onto Premium. Now it's just Nick. Hugo dead.
Ryu with the flanking shatter got two, both supports. Red team can actually pull this back.
Man, it's hard to see that, you know, after one ultimate can change two very powerful game-winning ultimates if you're just in the right place at the right time. I know Overwatch is a game of numbers, but man, positioning still plays a big deal in order to get those numbers.
Oh, yeah. The game's more about positioning than I would say numbers, because positioning provides you those number opportunities. Like, you don't want to go around a corner with just a Reinhardt, because then you're in a 1v6 against those people around the corner. Even if your team...
Oh, and the Graviton comes out! All the damage from the blue team! 4 down! And now DMech onto D.Va! It's all up to killing the last members of the team. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't believe that flanking shatter from Ryu. That was so good. Turned that fight right on ahead.
High risk, high reward, man. Of course, this is where we threw out all the damage. 2 ultimates, saves a life. This is the reason Tor gets the play of the game instead of Hanzo. Cool.